I haven't done this in like a decade, so please be nice to me. All right, so to stalk or not to stalk is always the question before going on an online date from a place like Tinder. You just don't really know what you're gonna get. I decided to stalk this man named Nick. Sorry, Nick, it's not gonna go well for you. And this man, Nick, had an Instagram, and it was public. And on his Instagram were primarily photos of him playing the trumpet and videos of him climbing trees in parks in the Bronx. And that was it. It was kind of interesting. Sent it to some friends, and they were like, you gotta go for the plot. Yeah, I know it's not gonna be a good date. This man seems unwell, but you just have to do it. You know, why not? And I'm like, all right. So I go to the bar, and Nick walks in late. And he has selected from his closet for this evening a polo featuring large Disney characters all over it. And he is sitting next to me, and he smells. He does not smell good. Things are not going well for Nick, in my esteem, unfortunately. And as Donald Duck stares at me from his right sleeve, he tells me he doesn't really have a job right now because he doesn't really like getting up early for work. And it's very hard. And he said, oh, you have a full-time job? That must be very hard. I'm like, well, yeah, I have to pay rent. So I do it. But you know what? At this point, I'm in it for the plot. This is going poorly. I have nothing else to do that night, so I'm just going to stick with it and see what happens. And so this date, the plan was to go to an open mic at this little instrument shop in the West Village in New York. Which I thought was a pretty cool first date, even if the company was not quite what I wanted it to be. Before going to this open mic, I'm like, you know, we've got time to kill. I don't really want to just sit here drinking. Let's go across the street to a karaoke bar that I know. We walk in. We are the only two people in this karaoke bar. There's no one but the bartender and us, and this man proceeds to sing not one, not two, but 3 John Denver songs to me. And I'm just sitting there smiling and nodding and subtly texting my friends, I don't know what's wrong with this man, but I'm not going home. I refuse. I'm in this to the end. I have nothing better to do tonight. And he wasn't even paying for my drinks, honestly. He had no money because he doesn't have a job. So I was paying for my own drinks. I paid for my own ticket to the open mic. Before walking into the open mic, I'm like, you know what? I brought my weed vape. Let's hit the vape. Let's have a little fun, chill out. I thought this man knew how to handle weed because he said he did. No. As we're sitting there at the open mic, we're in the way back, and it is a terrible open mic, and I love it. Every minute of it. There's a white girl singing Erykah Badu off key. It is beautiful. It is so bad, and I'm having the time of my life. But this man, the weed demons are taking over his brain. Something has gone awry within him, and it is not good. He starts playing with instruments that are lining the walls. There's wind chimes, and he's tinkling the wind chimes as a comedian tells sexist jokes on stage. The whole crowd is groaning, but they're also starting to turn around and look at my date because he's just playing with things, and he starts heckling the performers while sitting next to me. I'm like, I'm gonna go to the bathroom, regroup, text my friends, see if I should still be here or not, if we're worried for my safety or not. Friends tell me to keep going because they like to hear the stories afterwards, you know. Can't blame them. They're all, you know, married, so they need me to live vicariously through. I come back. This man is still aggressively heckling all the performers. The audience is turning around in droves at this point. They're all whipping around, looking at me like, are you with this man? And I'm just like, I don't know him. At this point, this man turns to me, looks me in the eyes, and he says, I really want to hold your hand right now. And every part of my body just seizes up. I'm just like, because I have this moment where now I feel like a big bitch. I just feel like the worst person in the world because this poor man thinks because I'm still here and I've been laughing, especially once I had weed, I have been giggling along, having the time of my life, and it really was fun because it was just so weird to see what he was going to do next. And this man thinks it's going really well. And I'm like, I know that feeling. I know the feeling after so many years of online dating, when you think a date is going really well and the other person thinks it is not going well, and you don't know this. I've been the weirdo. I'm sure there's someone somewhere telling a story about me doing something really awful on a date. I'm sure. I mean, I'm pretty cool most of the time, but like, there's got to be some time I was really weird. And so I look at this man and I say, I don't think that's going to be happening. You're really nice, but I think I'm actually going to go. Because I just had this realization that all of us are out there doing our best. We all want love, even the really weird men who climb trees in the park and heckle people at open mics. We're all doing our best with online dating, and he just wasn't my kind of weird.